Occasionally, one sees a campaign so well done, so well executed, that they serve as a model for those who plan to run for office someday. Today, I'm going to share the story of one such candidate. Young, single, in his 30s, had never run for office before, had never even been involved in politics. Yet he rose from obscurity to a landslide victory in a very competitive primary against two very worthy opponents. In this video, I'll talk about what he did months before the campaign began that made all the difference. He began by quietly reaching out to people that he considered close friends and gauged their assessment of what it would take to win, as well as influential people they knew that he should meet. He made a list of important people in his local party organization and deferentially solicited their thoughts. He did not ask for an endorsement in the first meeting. Instead, he courteously asked what it would take to earn their support. He spoke with elected officials of his party, politely soliciting their opinions on issues and difficult policy choices they faced. Of those who encouraged him to run, he asked for suggestions on other influential people he should see. Several of those he met with were quite forthcoming with advice about interest groups that he needed to court, their influence with primary voters, and those that might be willing to contribute to his campaign. Before making his final decision to run, he met with several influential community and civic leaders, the heads of nonprofit charities, presidents of service clubs, bank presidents, prominent attorneys, and major employers. His early work paid off for several reasons. He started courting opinion leaders and influencers early, long before any of his competitors started making the rounds. By the time they got around to it, it was too late. The candidate never asked for an endorsement in his first meeting with someone. Instead, he expertly played the role of deferential young man asking for advice. Want to flatter someone? Ask them their opinion. Within 24 hours of each meeting, he sent a handwritten note thanking them for their time, shared his personal cell phone number, and invited them to call or text with additional suggestions and ideas. Never was he caught off guard by a question he was asked, because he took the time to research the biography and background of every person he met. He set aside time each and every morning to scan the newspapers so that he was always up to date and well informed about news in his community. You never get the second chance to make a good first impression. So well informed was he that several of those he met with offered to contribute to his campaign, having come to the conclusion that he would make a very good candidate. Before he announced his candidacy and launched his social media effort, he quietly raised a record amount of money. Many of those he met with came to his announcement. This is an eternal truth. Nobody ever wins an election on their own. It is very difficult to get any campaign off the ground without the support of some influential people in your jurisdiction. Of course, this is not the end of the story. I'll be back soon with the next chapter. How he took advantage of early voting rules and used precision targeting that produced a record turnout of early voters. And much to the surprise of his opponents, by the time Election Day rolled around, 80% of the electorate had already cast their votes. In the next video, I'll tell you how he did that. I'm Jay Townsend.